Patient.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dontaivios, and I'm back, Johnny J. I was trying to do my best Johnny J expression. He's like, Johnny J. But anyway, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are being safe. Today, we're going to be talking about predictions for the final performance. And there's couple of things to talk about here, and I'll just kind of like put it in pieces. But first, we're just gonna talk about the songs and the kind of like the people in each one, and kind of like what to expect and what kind of expect, and some things to kind of look out for. Then we'll talk about the current top 9 and any kind of threats to any of the girls in top 9 in the final performance. What I would like to see in terms of like things that will kind of be surprising, but things I'm kind of rooting for in the back of my mind. And then number 5, any dark horses, so anybody that can surprise us from things that have been happening recently. But anyway, without further ado, let's just talk about the songs real quick. So both Hunting and A Little Bit are kind of the same vibe in songs. The vocals obviously and the melodies are a little bit different, but that's to be expected. But if you look at this first team with Hunting, you have Luke Cardon, Lulingsa, Rodazu, 3 Sun, Flora Dai, Esther Yu, Baby Monster Ann, Arya Jin, Kiki Zhu, and Xiaoting Zhao. One thing I did notice here is that Anqi and Esther will be they're like the favorites, I guess, in this team to kind of make top 9. But the thing is that they have kind of lesser roles. I'm thinking deputy lead singer 1 role all the way to 7. Like I'm assuming 1 is a little more powerful than like a 6 and a 7. So maybe Anqi and SGU wanted to give the girls more spotlight, maybe, if that's the case. Or maybe they're all kind of the same, it's just different depending on parts, so it could be the case as well. Arya Jin at vocal, and then Xiaoting Zhao at rap, and Kiki at rap as well. From this group, I think it's low-key significantly weaker than the other group. I think Anqi is very strong, but again, if I'm assuming, if my assumption is correct about a deputy lead singer 7 not be that much of a part, then maybe Anqi's stage presence that we love so much about her isn't as vibrant this time around. But at the same time, Kaylu's also very good, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Looking at A Little Bit, we have, and I'll put a little graphic again so you see the roster, but we have Yuyan, Louis Xin, Sharon Wang, Shangwan Shiai, Sinran Song, Jinny Sang, Diamond, 91 hashtag, Snow Kong, and Shaking Chloe, Gonna Make You Moving. So with this one, 2 of my favorite trainees with Louis Xin and Yan Yu are here together, and they're also at very 2 strong roles with the lead singer 1 and lead singer 2. Now with that in itself, it kind of makes this team unstoppable in terms of stage presence, vocal ability, and just talent in general. I think with Yuyan and Louis Xin being together in this regard, which I talk about in Daydream, them kind of performing together all the time, I think it's going to be very interesting to see how they kind of perform together in this regard. I think it'll be very good. Of course, naturally, they perform very well in Lion, also in Reverse. So this is kind of like an extension of that, if you will. But again, paired with the Shangwan Shia, I love to see that. And Jinny Zhang, and I'll get to Jinny in a little bit, shaking at a rap role makes that very strong. I just think overall this group is a lot stronger than the other group, especially when you coordinate the roles and their particular parts together. So from a head-to-head standpoint, from a team to team, I definitely expect A Little Bit to perform a little bit better, without the pun. But so if you're looking at the current top 9, so currently we have Louis Xin, Esther Yu, Yuyan, Kiki, Snow Kong, Kong Sha'ar, Xiaoting Zhao, Arya Jin, Anqi, and Shaking Chloe, Gonna Make You Moving. I know I can't, so I need to stop saying that, but I just love saying that. In terms of the groups, the girls here in the top 9, I think most of the girls are relatively safe. But Shaking Chloe is at 9, and that makes it very interesting because I was always talking about how she can't lose, but her being at such a low point now in terms of voting makes things very scary. I was having a live stream earlier and people were mentioning this, and I too am kind of on the fence if Shaking can make it out of this alive. Well, in terms of being out top 9, she'll obviously live. Other girls that may not be safe is like an Arya Jin, and I think the only reason about Arya Jin is that the reason why she's in top 9 isn't exactly the same as like a Louis Xin or a Yan Yu, where it's pure stage dominance. Arya Jin, and you see me say it before, is more of a complementary piece when it comes to a top 9, which can be very powerful and strong in a top 9 regard for Arya Jin to be a strong complementary piece. But there are very good girls that are outside of the top 9 that can play center roles very well, that can lead very well, that can just overall be a better girl in a girl group than an Arya Jin, and I think some of the fans know that. And then also Arya Jin is a part of that company, Yuhua, which people love to mention that again and again about how they can find ways to persuade voting and persuade outcomes with the final girl group, which hopefully that isn't the case, but I'm not going to roll that out either. Xiaoting Zhao, low-key in danger position too, because she's like, she has had ups and downs in terms of voting as compared to the other girls. Now is the time for Xiao to make sure that she solidifies her stance. She wasn't that, you know, crazy in non-daily reverie. I think Xiao is going to have to find a way to kind of pop out in order to keep her spot in top 9. Also, Snow Kong. I think Snow Kong is very, very good. I think she's blossomed as well. But if you're comparing her to like a Kiki, a Yan Yu, an Esther, an Anqi, you know, she's not as safe as those girls. So her being kind of in the middle between being very, very safe and kind of being on the edge kind of puts Snow Kong in the middle there. And the same thing with Shaking. I think I'm just so scared about Shaking, guys. I just don't know. I would love for her to make it. She is one of my biases, and I just think that she could perform a lot to the girl group, but anything can happen in that final performance. But I think with Shaking having a rap part makes it very, very strong. What I would love to see out of this final performance from both teams for Hunting, Lucoron. She has had a tear in the last couple of weeks with her performances. She has been very, very good since Mama. Hell, she was very good in the Eve dance as well, Lucoron has. And I would sleep on her in the beginning because I was always saying how Louis Sheen is there in the terms of that vibe and demeanor on stage, which K-Lou, if you had to pick between a Lucoron or a Louis Sheen, who are you picking? You're obviously picking X-Queen. But K-Lou is making a case where she's saying you can have us both. Please make sure you know that. So I think with her and that No Company performance kind of solidified that commentary from Lucoron, and I think she may surprise us in this. Lulingsu as well. I think Lulingsu, this is her chance. She's always kind of edged to be in top 9, and I think now she kind of fills it with her being in a deputy lead singer too. She's going head to head with Shangwan Xiai on the other end in terms of exact roles. So it'll be interesting to see how Lulingsu can keep up with Shangwan Xiai in that regard. But I think Lulingsu can do it. But she just has to believe in herself, have good vibes, believe in her teammates, and know and take advantage of the opportunities. With this being a 10-man song or a 10-woman song, it makes it very tough to divvy out lines. I'm very interested to see how they're going to divvy out lines for all the girls to have the appropriate stage time and camera time. I'm not really sure how they're going to do that, but I'm sure they have something in their minds. But with Rhoda Zhu, again, Rhoda has had amazing moments in this show, but I think if she wants to show some versatility, something that makes her a little more stand outish, I think now is the time for her to do that. Hell, it has to be now because this is the last performance. But a lot of people want to see Rhoda Zhu in the final 9. It's just very tough for a strong singer like that doesn't really have things that we haven't seen, like big dancing roles and big stage presence, besides when she has those shining moments. I think Rhoda Zhu, she can show us a little bit more extra here and make this final performance is all about making an impact, right? It's a live performance, there's live viewership, there's live voting. Like, this is the time to bring out all the stops, which brings us to the other team with Jenny. I think Jenny has to think the same exact thing when it comes to being explosive. Someone in my live chat earlier was saying Jenny's gonna have to do backflips and front flips and scream and do something in order to like be relevant. But it's like, that's low-key the truth, because I don't know if you're Jenny, what else do you do? I think Jenny is so good and she has such good stage presence, and I would love to see her on stage with the other girls, but it's just tough with Jenny. But I would love for her to pull something out. Also, Shangwan Xiai, I think this is finally her time. She's been waiting, she's been prowling. In my opinion, she's one of the most talented girls in the entire show. She has the most leadership out of any of the girls Shangwan Xiai does from Shangwan. So I think, you know, if she keeps the vibe positive and she kind of goes in there with the mindset where now is the time I need to look out to get mine and try to show something up, I think now is the time for her to do that. But also Diamond, I've been wanting Diamond to do something special for a long time, because in my eyes she's a special girl. I just think that she just has a little bit that she's missing, but I think this is this perfect stage for her to show that out. At a deputy lead singer 5 role though, I'm not really sure if she can do that, just because, I mean, I'm not sure about any of the parts because I don't know what the song sounds like, but I'm just going off of my assumptions where the lower the role, the worse the part, you know. So like 9-1, which I want her to do well as well, she did not like her part at all. She wanted the rap role with the other team, so it'll be interesting to see how 9-1 does as well. But in the terms of 9 for top 9 and having 9-1 in there, it's just kind of a reach at this point, especially if she has a part that she does not like. And I know 9-1, and if her vibes aren't good, she's not going to do that great. But I think, you know, if 9-1 keeps the vibes up, she can do well. But dark horses, Sharon Wang. Sharon Wang. I know you guys are like laughing at me, like, Sharon Wang, what? Listen, Sharon Wang has it all. She has the stage presence. She's all around. She can sing well. She looks amazing. She's beautiful. Do not sleep on Sharon Wang. If Sharon Wang does something spicy in this final performance, she will surprise a lot of people and she will get a lot of votes. But now is the time to do it. It's like if you're Sharon, you've been like boiling, you know, for a long time. You've been marinating, you've been seasoning, sauteing with a lot of spice and sugar. If she can put all of that into a complete format today or when the live stream happens, then she can get in top 9. But again, it's really interesting with Sharon Wang. That's just what I think. A lot of people will say, well, Shangwan Xiai is a dark horse. A dark horse isn't someone who is outside of the top 9 that can be in top 9. A dark horse is someone who you're not expecting. I think Sharon Wang is a dark horse because no one's expecting Sharon Wang, and I think she can get into that position. And then on the other side, I think Kaylu can be a dark horse for that team. No one's really expecting for Kaylu to break into top 9, but I think that if she gets her stuff together and she can actually show out, she can be in top 9, and I'm looking forward to her being spicy on stage. To sum up to the TLDR is that I think a little bit will be a much better performance. I think Kaylu has an opportunity to really shine here. I think Lu Lingxi as well. I would love to see Rhoda Zhu do something special. The other girls are all very good, but it's just there's so many talented girls all in one spot now. And again, with the song being a 10-man song or a team woman song, it's going to be interesting to see how they even choreograph that performance. I have no idea. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I can't really predict. These are just bold predictions. Shout out to everybody that was in a live stream earlier. I appreciate and love you guys. For everybody supporting me throughout this entire show, it's been perfect, awesome. I'll be making more content about the Youth with You girls and about everything happening post the show, and then I'll be talking about other shows as well. Also, I'll be standing the girl group very hard, trying to make sure they get going, try to build their, you know, their presence here in the States. It's kind of what I'll try to be doing over here, and I'll be obviously reacting to the final stage as well. Not really sure how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, it's been your boy Dontavious. Be good, be safe, drink water, have good vibes, take care of each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. My voice kind of cracked. Bye.